There we go. All right. So last session we left Neverlight Grove, the place that we never entered at all, and started heading toward Blingdenstone. It's a 3-day travel. About halfway through your first day, you were ambushed. There's a big question mark on the end of that one by some spiders and a rocktopus.
Not respecting the king of the spiders.
Octopus.
They were very quickly slain. And by very quickly, I mean it took up the whole 3.5 hours.
I was like, quick.
And then Prince Darendil and Eldith had joined the fight to kind of help out because they were with you. Prince Darendil went a little crazy. Went a lot like his persona would act in that sort of situation. Lou quickly asked Gideon if he had cast
Remove curse.
Thank you. He said he had not, so he went ahead and did such a thing while Kaidarius tried to talk Prince Darendil off of a ledge. Just as Prince had a glimpse of just a glimmer of recognition in his eye, it quickly abated as Gideon's magic worked, revealing that Prince Darendil was just under a demonic spell, and he was no more than a monster who quickly decided to try and kill the party, and the party very quickly turned around and said, nope, and killed him instead, while Nero cried.
The party didn't witness the killing blow. I was just hoping made that happen.
That's true. They then continued on their way. So you were halfway through day one. What is happening now is taking place not immediately after, but a couple of hours after battle with the spiders. So let us begin session 53.
Nice.
Let's get it done. All right.
I did just want to state, like, while I had the darkness, I would have used mold earth and buried Prince real quick, and then have removed darkness. Not that I just wanted that stated.
No, that's good. But yes,
Gideon, you mention that to somebody in passing, and Nero overhears you say mold earth, and Nero, you get a little shiver down your spine. You can't figure out why, but you do feel a little shiver about mold earth.
Oh no.
Let's turn our attention to roll 20, where you will see that you're in the bottom left corner, and you have come across it's not water. It looks too thick to be water, and there's no ripples on the surface as you would expect with water. This is a gigantic muck pit.
I just see out of the abyss, out of the ass.
That is correct. I am on that page as well. I didn't even put that together. That's what that.
I haven't switched you guys over to our next page yet.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's so awesome.
Ooh.
I'm such a child.
You're not the one who put it there, though, so you're not that much.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
freaking dying over here about it.
Very large muck pit. To give you an idea of what you're facing up against, it's well, actually, no, I'm not going to tell you jack.
Yeah, I
anyone
can't see
else-
nothing.
Got like
I'm
weird spikes on their screen.
That's because the light, you can't see past the
boulders.
boulders. We're in the
But
bottom.
my spikes are going up. So like we're up here. And then I presume there's the water and the spikes are going towards us, not away. Like I'd expect.
You were in the bottom left corner of the picture.
On mine, I'm on the bottom right corner.
Or bottom right. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I can see the top left, apparently.
Yes, you are looking at the top left.
I will say nothing else about that. So sorry. I just assumed mine was one of the characters I couldn't see because, well, yeah.
I can also see the top left.
Everybody
Yeah,
will be able to. That's fine. It's not anything that I'm giving away. You would be able to
Okay.
see them from where you're standing anyway. It's just across this muck pit.
Muck
You have a couple of options. You can go through it, or you can go around it.
Can also go under it.
Or fly over it.
Oof, maybe.
I don't have an idea of how, but it's probably possible.
I mean, can we just fly over it? We've done that before. Just
But wait, how many of us is there now? There's the 4 of us, and then Eldith and Alfonso.
There's a total of 7, and somehow Kydarius got missed on this one too. I don't know how. But...
1, 2, 3. Wait. 1, 2,
he's
3,
probably
4.
counting Crawdiddly.
Yes, I am.
Ah,
Crawdiddly.
that's fair.
That's what I was guessing.
That's fair.
There's Kydarius. Okay.
Oh, did he forget him again?
I don't know how, but whatever.
He's just chilling in my bag of holding.
Yeah. Or the 30 seconds or whatever you can. 60.
I was like, I wonder how long you can hold his breath. Let's see.
If I fill it with water and have him breathe water.
I mean, I think a more viable solution would be to put him in the bag of holding up to his neck and just have like the drawstring here. So you just have to carry around a head.
I don't know if that would work because does the bag of holding itself have its own gravity? I assume it does.
I just assumed things were just kind of floating in a void.
Because if it does have its own gravity, then that's just a really complicated way of hanging somebody.
If anything, I could have just put him in my my demi-plane, you know?
Also true.
I'm gonna walk over to the muck pit and just with my staff poke it to see if it's you would get like stuck in it or if we will be able to like go on it with a boat.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception is +2.
It's not so much to see like the actual aspects of the muck, but just to see how much information you actually gather from just poking it with a stick.
Yeah, absolutely. Rolling. Why does it take? What do my human eyes determine?
Do you have dark vision at all?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. So
Nero walks out over into this just at the corner of this muck and sticks his staff in and he's like, oh, like you went down with more force than he thought you would. And it was only about 3-4 inches deep, maybe. Not much. You turn around to say everything like to someone, like what you found. You didn't realize that you had stepped into the muck already and have basically lost your balance when your foot didn't move with you and you've fallen into this muck. So you are prone.
It's fine. It's fine. Maybe. Oh,
well, I'm gonna.
It smells weird.
I guess I'm gonna walk up to Nero, but I'm gonna take a look at this mug.
Sure.
Specifically, I want to. I know it's probably not, but I want to try to make sure it's not living in. It's gonna attach to me, pulling Nero.
Lou's definitely like
specific thing to look for.
Yeah, but I've seen weirder things. Like the amount of times, like mine and Lou session, like we got attacked, but he was just chilling to some water, puts a coin in it, water weird, you know, like you know, some.
Lou's gonna throw a rope to Nero. I don't care how, like, if he's right by the shore, she's not going in, but she is throwing a rope at him.
Ow.
Okay, sure.
Thanks.
Here you now are in possession of one end of a rope.
Okay. It's gonna get out of the water.
You're like pulling yourself out of it. Okay, then Lou, if you're holding on to the other end of this, you need to give me an athletics check.
Okay. Can I get advantage with Crawdiddly helping?
He does have the help action.
Yeah.
Nice.
What'd you say? Acrobatics?
Athletics. Just
Athletics. Are you sure you didn't say acrobatics?
I am.
Are you sure you didn't say acrobatics? Because
Are you sure?
Oh my god.
Keep pushing. It's
Yep.
going to be a strength saving throw.
oh, don't worry. It's
It's too late.
yeah.
Hey, I did get 24 in perception though.
You
Looking at the
did.
smile.
You see this? You see this clearly.
Gideon, you can see across. It's about, what is it? About 75 feet across. The muck seems to be pretty much level, and it does not seem to be breathing or doing anything else that would suggest that it is alive.
What?
Nero is making quite a scene trying to pull himself out of this muck. 3-inch deep muck.
It's in my eyes.
Nothing
my eye.
seems to be disturbed by it out in the muck anywhere. Like nothing's responding to Nero being like that. You also perceive Lou being bolted forward by Nero yanking on this rope and just about falling into the muck herself. And Kydarius, you also perceive him going, huh.
No, you're supposed to hold the rope still, Lou. I can't. No.
You do also see a couple of creatures on the other side of the muck.
Noise.
So from where you are, you can't quite make out what they are.
Lou definitely is like turns to Kydarius and is like, "Help me!"
Of course.
How am I deeper in the muck?
How tall is the ceiling? Like from mud to ceiling?
I love how Gideon's just looking around like, huh, what's going on?
I already know. I was like, Kydarius, do your thing. I already know. Like, you think I'm gonna want that muck on my armor? I can't bathe normally. Okay, so
with a 30, Kydarius grabs it with one hand and goes, fine, and goes, Nero, you are far out of the muck by this point. Dirty and gross, but you are clean of it. Gideon, how tall are you?
I think 6'4".
Okay. Then it's really not too surprising to you that the ceiling is pretty low. You're already having to kind of crouch over a little bit, so it's probably only about 6 foot tall where you are. It does slant down, and by your best guesses, deeper, like further out into the pit, it's only about maybe 3 feet. Maybe
Nice.
You might almost have to get down and like crawl.
What would I think that I could move the muck with control water?
Mm-hmm.
You can try.
Sure, I can do it freely. So let's do it.
Nice.
I will.
Nice.
Oh yeah, magic sword.
Oh yeah. And what are you doing with the water?
Gonna spread it Red Sea style.
Pardon the muck sea.
Yeah. Where is my? It's the very top button, but I miss it every time. Oh, okay.
All right.
Softly close to that too. Can I control this muck?
So, scientifically speaking, muck is just like kind of a slimier mud. So it's a lot of dirt. There is some water in it, but there's also, bacteria and other things in there that have grown. And some living plants and things that have taken up in it. Phytoplankton, well, not phytoplankton, but plankton. Phyto wouldn't quite work in the Underdark. You move the water, you separate the water from everything, but then you're just left with like this just piles of dirt and like little clams and shells and stuff like that.
Let me see.
So you moved it, but no, you didn't.
It's moving around, but it's not like part. It's just like
Yeah.
Okay, so looks like I don't need concentration.
Like when you slap a puddle of water really hard and it like separates for a second.
Okay, so I need
That, but
concentration for
kind of
control
continuing
water.
Water.
What if I combine it with mold earth? Because I don't need concentration for mold earth. So
mean-
mold earth will let me like I can like if it's loose dirt and that kind of stuff, I can excavate it.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that.
Yeah.
What does it say about stone? Does it say anything about stone? I think that's a different spell.
You cause here dirt or stone.
Nice.
If the dirt or stone you target on the ground you cause become difficult terrain, I can make it normal terrain, or I can make normal terrain difficult terrain as well. So yes,
What's
stone.
the name of the spell?
Mold earth.
I just want to look at it.
No, you good.
Get that wording right.
I don't think you're gonna have any issue with it, but I just wanted to see all the things you can
I'm
do.
gonna have to cast it a lot.
Oh yeah.
So we'll see how magic surge goes.
I was like, aren't you a warlock?
Instantaneously excavate it, move it along the ground, deposit it
I am.
away. Uh
Oh, it's a cantrip.
okay. With the combination of those two spells,
What? 5-foot cube? You gotta
Yeah.
cast it for every single. Isn't it like 75 feet across?
Um,
I'm gonna do a test. I don't think I'm even gonna particularly do it, but
let me see how many it's actually across. Just to get an idea of how many magic surges you're gonna have to do. The shortest distance between the two is 100 feet.
This is the deck of many things all over again.
Yeah, it totally is. Do you know? It's like a wow.
Do not go gambling. I don't say this to Gideon. I say this to
Donald.
So
Do
how
not ever go
How far
gambling.
is your control water spell?
control water I think is 30 feet.
That's
the
like a
range.
magic spell.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's a lot further. 100 feet.
Okay.
A range of 300 feet, and then the cube is 100 feet.
Ooh,
So it looks like I can make it work with one control water.
one controller. It's just the earth thing. I'm gonna let you do your test thing first, and then I have an idea.
I was just kidding because I literally
do
just used it, so I was like,
do your mold earth, see what it does, and then you can make a decision on what you would like to do. From
Okay.
now
I'm gonna do it the one time. I'm just curious. Woo! Okay. That one is awfully close to that 11.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And does it successfully work in that 5-foot cube?
within that 5-foot cube, you burrow about a foot down to a solid slab of bedrock that is perfectly cleaned of all dirt. There are a lot of shells, a lot of clams, little bugs, and things like that that lived in the muck that have fallen down into that. But it would not be considered a difficult terrain unless your character happens to be terrified of those things, like I would be.
All right. Well, I look at Nero. Hey, I solved half the problem and got the rest of the information. You got anything else?
So then you just have like some dirt and stuff to move, right? Just clear it out a little bit.
Yeah, or we can cross through it and knowing our luck, probably get eaten or attacked.
It would still, just to add on to that, Gideon, if you don't use the mold earth, it would still be considered difficult terrain to cross through it with just control. One.
Point
Right.
of order.
Point of order taken.
No, it would not be difficult terrain. Since we're in the Underdark, difficult terrain doesn't slow your group's travel since I am a natural explorer.
Ranger.
Oh, bam, 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 bam.
And if you would recall, I had told you that way back when.
Nope, you're right.
So this is not
That is
out of
true.
nowhere.
I remember that too. Yeah.
because
Yeah, I just feel like Lou.
I knew it would
pushes us
definitely come
aside.
up once where it's like, oh no, this thing, it's gone now. And you'd be like, hacks.
Yeah, like,
No.
Lou pushes us aside to lead us. I'm like, oh, take an initiative. I like this, Lou.
Yeah, and Nero's like, Oh, we're good. Just step right there, right? Just right there, and then you can avoid the clammy bits. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm just going to walk across.
What
Assume
what is our order? I'm assuming
marching
you're
order.
going first.
Yeah.
I would assume Lou is leading unless she really doesn't want to, and then I would
I mean, it will
I
make
would
sense.
be
She's the
right,
telling us how to do
right.
stuff,
So, and I think I would be directly behind Lou.
and then me.
Lou, describe to me as a ranger, how did you manage to learn in your expeditions on how to cross over muck without getting stuck?
You have to rhyme. Well, see, there's a reason why Cayman is specifically based on a Black Panther. That's because Lou had done some previous work for the group that we work for,
Artifact extraction.
Artifact
Artifact
Extraction. I was just,
creation. I apologize.
she done some stuff on the side for Slap. Maybe not even necessarily with the company, just some stuff on the side. Had to find some stuff and things. This was before she had completed Cayman, actually. So this is where the idea came from. It was the jungle. It was hell. She did definitely get several diseases that left her less than capable once she got back. She recovered. It's not contagious. But yeah, she did learn how to traverse the vegetation and muck from locals who lived in the area, survived an attack from a gigantic Black Panther, which is where she got the idea for Cayman, and subsequently built him once she had recovered from her time on the toilet, so to speak.
Very nice. You will definitely get some extra XP for that.
Thing. Also, where she learned the skill of shrunken heads.
Nice.
Which is why the spider shrunken head that's still on a necklace, that's where she learned that skill.
You probably forgot to add like the 10k XP for defeating that giant Black Panther.
She did not defeat it. She cut and ran. And luckily, she knew how to run on the muck and escape. Let's just say it kind of involved
Panther. Nice.
Covering herself in said muck. It smelled really, really bad, but kind of like that whole predator thing, she did get away because of it. So
nice.
And
Got some Titan speed there.
Whole last book out. Like I have a book about this.
I was like, wait, why does this sound familiar? Oh.
It's how to get out of quicksand.
Mm-hmm.
Lay flat. Pull yourself over on top of it.
Spread out. Yeah, spread out. So you want.
All right. We have our marching order. We are marching. And just about when you get about 3/4 of the way over, one of the beings on the other shore stands up and makes his way over to the very edge. And does anyone here speak Orcish?
Ah, so close. No, I speak Goblin, not Orcish.
No, but I can cast the spell if I need to.
He puts his hand kind of like out just to block the little bit of light that's coming from behind him from the campfire. And he says something to you in Orcish. Well, in a language you do not understand. I guess
right
when it was Orcish. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like, Duma Bop.
CJ? No, not again.
Roll for me an intelligence check.
Sure.
Let's see if you can pull from the back of your mind when you were in like grade school and they were like, let's go over the languages of the world. And they tell you like a couple of phrases.
Yeah.
Hello, where's the bathroom?
Yep.
Yeah, the basic stuff. Yes. I mean, I don't have a minus in intelligence, so you know. Duma Bop.
He looks at you. He looks at you. He looked at me. I looked at him. And he just kind of shrugs, like he looks back at his compatriots, like, "What the heck is what? Does that mean?"
Does he seem aggressive when he's yelling at us?
Not particularly.
Lou's gonna ask in
I mean, he's an
Dwarven
orc.
if
That's
Lou's
true.
gonna ask in Dwarven if they speak Dwarven.
Wait, is that racist?
Oh, right.
We're all
Let
underground.
me just say an undercommon. Like I do like after you do that, I'm like, bro, I'm an idiot. An undercommon, like, hey, what's up? Exactly like that. An undercommon.
He looks at you and then he like looks at his friends, turns back. Do you guys speak common?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, yeah.
well, that would have been way easier. God.
I mean, you started shouting at us in orc in
Well,
something.
because he's an orc, Lou.
Why wouldn't you start with common? It's in the name. It's common.
Yeah, but like you're the first people down here that have actually been able to speak it.
I guess
Really?
it's not that.
I mean,
common,
that's
then.
fair.
Oh, because undercommon is the common for under.
Yeah, I've been doing most of that talking.
Yeah, I don't know how that language works. Hello, friend.
It's like common, but under.
Well, well, the term friend there,
Uh-huh.
Great one.
really depends on what you're doing here.
Getting out of this muck.
Yeah, we're just
Not
passing
like-
through.
Well, I mean, like, come on over, guys. Like, seriously. But like, I'm not
okay.
talking like, I'm not talking like here, like in this one spot. I'm talking about like in general.
I mean, what are any of us doing here, man?
Oh gosh.
One of the
Oh,
last great mysteries.
Oh,
Don't piss off the orc.
That's
Lou
right.
Pouch is like, I thought that was a good answer.
Is it? I'm not saying you'd be mad
But
because you're an orc.
just-
I just didn't want him to piss you off.
But then why'd you have to use my race? Why'd you have to bring my race in?
Sir, what's your name?
My name is Grummock.
Hey, don't piss off Grummock.
Thank you.
I was trying to have a philosophical debate with Grummock. You're the one who started getting all racist and just shut us down. You ruined the conversation.
Is anybody Elvish?
No.
Kydarius is Elvish, isn't he?
No,
No,
Kydarius he's a tiefling.
No,
He's a
yeah, we
tiefling.
have people who could
Oh, no.
speak Elvish.
Elam was part Elvish.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
think he was half.
He was a
elf.
half
Yeah.
elf.
Yeah, Elam is half elf.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Lou Eliamsum had elvish ears. I do remember that.
Oh, yes.
But Lou is not Elvish.
No, she looks human.
What is she right now?
What's she look like right now?
She's
No,
currently covered in muck
What is she wearing?
and contemplating her place in the universe. Apparently,
no. Like seriously, I can't freaking stand hippies. What kind of like what are you doing here in the Underdark?
trying to get out.
Okay, same. But what brought you here?
We got captured by Drow,
Okay.
and then
he turns back and says something to his group, and they kind of laugh amongst themselves. Nah, we did dodge that one at least. Yeah. Sorry, Grummock. This is Grumly, Grummon, Grum, and our local Eye of Grumsh. He travels with us. He is a shaman. He doesn't talk too much. So anyway,
I'm just gonna nod at.
I'm gonna be like Gideon, Nero, Lou, Kydarius, Bait, Alfonso, Quadidley.
Eldith.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, Eldith. Is it not Bait?
We ventured down here to look for riches. Heard that there were some pretty good abandoned places here with lots of gold and such. And we subsequently got lost.
I mean, it's pretty dark around here. That's pretty fair. Yeah, we
I-
did find a place with pictures and stuff. Like way
I'm
back.
like watching his body language and all that. I'm seeing if he's being truthful.
Okay. He,
I guess insight.
yeah, roll insight.
Oh, man, is it really just a +1? Oh, okay.
I mean, he seems pretty truthful. He seems not very trusting of you,
Right.
which of course you don't seem very trusting of them either. So, but overall, I mean, he seems to be fairly honest. I mean, your own racial biases may put another spin on that, Gideon, but
Yeah, like I understand what you mean. I mean, I feel like I've gotten lost like 3 times down here, but
What?
we're working on it,
Good navigator.
and we're on the right path.
where's that path to, if you don't mind me asking? If you're trying to get out of
Big
here
city.
to a city,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
oh, you wouldn't be talking. He like points kind of back behind him, like 2 days that way. There's a kind of a town-ish over there. It's a city-ish. It's called hey, Grum. What was it called? So Blingdenstone. Oh yeah, Blingdenstone.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep, we're at least gonna stop by there.
Well, they wouldn't let us in, so maybe they're a little bit nicer to you guys.
What? They wouldn't let
Those
you in?
racists.
Apparently, don't
What?
allow outsiders in at all. So unless you're
Wait, what?
a gnome,
I was like, how do you get inside if you're not allowed from outside?
you
Exactly.
You apparently you don't. That's all we know. We walked through. There's a couple of little farms and stuff all around, but
Mm-hmm.
like we didn't really see too many people out there, and anybody who did see didn't really seem to take too happily to us. But we managed to make it to the gates, and they wouldn't open them. Of course,
You said
we all
gnomes, right?
When you got to the gates,
svirfneblin.
when you got to said gates, what did the gates look like?
I actually have a description for them. Let me pull up those notes because I didn't think I was going to need them tonight.
It's okay because when we get to them in person, I'm like, oh, what are the gates?
I know exactly what you're going to freaking do to them. Probably not even going to need to. Shut up. Where's my notes? Main gate. It is a door made of steel and mithril, inlaid with some kind of magic-resistant alloy and plated with adamantine.
What the frick?
Ew. Okay. They just rolling over there. Okay. That sounds like a really good gate.
You are surprisingly knowledgeable about the inner workings of their gates.
Oh,
what?
I took a couple of anthropology classes back in my day.
I'm just trying to think, why would they make such a lightweight of mithril with heavyweight adamant?
Well, I think the mithril was probably more decorative or maybe even
right.
religious in some aspect.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
I mean, are you sure the markings didn't have religious connotations?
I do not read svirfneblin.
Bless you.
Or at least that's what they like to be called, I guess.
Okay. So then they're super jerks.
No, I would no. Okay, listen, see, that is just your racial bias being placed on something again.
But you
Yeah,
said they
Zero.
were jerks.
No. I did not say that they were jerks. I said that they would not let us in.
Okay. Yes.
Why would-
true?
Would you let strangers into your house? No. Would you let strangers into your house?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Would you?
Great
See?
experiment subjects.
I think you're just lying to troll me right now.
Oh no, I've let homeless people in before.
I don't like the sound of
great
that.
sub. What? Most they left with. Some of them were improved.
Don't like that hesitation.
You guys think I'm the weird one?
I mean,
you guys know about Blingdenstone. Like, I mean,
I know that its name is
do any of you
Blingdenstone.
know the history of the Underdark or any of the kind of goings on in down here?
oh yes, there was a floating city, and then it wasn't floating, and then it was the Underdark.
Wow.
That is the legend of the beginning of the Underdark. You are correct there.
I read
more specifically about Blingdenstone, but Blingdenstone, no. It was a huge city down here at one point, but the Drow attacked it and slaughtered a bunch of the deep gnomes. I mean, I'm not surprised that they wouldn't let outsiders in. Because the last time they let outsiders in, like thousands of their people died and they were misplaced out of their main city for like 150 years.
That's pretty serious. Yeah.
Yeah, that was that before or after the really big door?
That was after the door's been there for as long as the city's been.
Wow.
I'm sure that they've kind of strengthened some of their defenses, but
overall, like, how did the Drow get in if there's a really strong door?
Okay. So the svirfneblin didn't used to be so against insiders in their or outsiders in their cities. However, how should I put this? The svirfneblin used to be a very secretive race. Most people wouldn't have even known that they had existed. This was about 300 years ago. You wouldn't have even known what the deep gnomes were unless you directly worked with them. And even then, I mean, talk about not knowing any of their culture or their customs or their anything. We didn't know anything about them. We knew that they had salt mines. We knew that they traded those salt mines, the salt from the salt mines, for other goods from nearby cities. Even the surface world. But because of their secrecy, like I don't know if it was because they just like to keep to themselves or if it was more like trying to protect just like the secrets of where their mines were or whatever it was. They never let anybody in. Slowly over time, there were some leaders in the svirfneblin clans that believed that they needed to open up to the world a little bit more, stop being so isolationist, and kind of help open up and use some of their resources that they've accumulated to help out. One of those apparently was a drow at some point. The drow got into the city freely after they had opened their doors for the first time. You guys, have any of you seen like the movie Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? You know, like nobody knew anything about what was inside the chocolate factory, and then just like out of the blue, like Willy Wonka sent out like some golden tickets. So it's kind of like that. Like some people got some tickets to come inside, meet some of the svirfneblin people, learn something about them, and maybe bring something else out into the world. Well, one of the drow went in there and apparently learned everything he could about the city, especially how their defenses worked and didn't work. The drow had been looking for some salt mines and some other things. It was a whole political game. And that drow snuck back out, told the rest of the drow's army, and it was pretty much a complete slaughter. They chased off pretty much all of the svirfneblin out. Some went out into the rock, but others went to there was quite a few. I think a lot of them went to Gracklstuck, which is down the street. And then some just kind of scattered about into smaller towns and things like that. And then finally, about 150 years ago, they were able to, well, no, I wouldn't even say 150 years ago. That was when they lost it. I'd say it was only within the last couple of years that they were actually able to take back the city. In some ways, I don't know if they're fully done taking back the city, but nonetheless, I am understanding as to why they would not let us in. Did it suck? Yeah, because that was probably our really best hope of getting to the surface world, unless maybe the drow are going to be friendly. I don't know. Or Eldith kind of lights up. You could come to my city. We'd probably help. Oh, what's the name of that? It starts with a G. Gauntlegrim. Gauntlegrim. That's where you're probably from. Yep. That's actually where we're making our way to. So.
Oh, nice.
So anyway, here we are. A little bit lost, but not too lost.
Yeah, you know how to get to Donald Grimm from here?
We have an idea.
Hey, Eldith, do you know how to get to Donald Grimm from here?
From right at this spot, maybe not. If you go back to Blingdenstone, though, it should be just a few days' journey. Nah, maybe a little over a week. I take that back. It depends on what the drow are doing lately. Cool. So we need to turn back around. Well, we've been traveling for quite a few days. We are going to rest here. We were debating on whether or not to go across this muck because everything else we've stepped into has come alive. But you seem to have proven that this might be a little safe.
Yeah, a friend looked at it and he said it didn't look alive.
Well, good. We're going to rest here. You're free to join us at our campfire for the day if you need to take a rest. Otherwise, maybe we'll see each other around.
Aw, thanks, G. I'm not particularly tired.
It has been, it is, I know it's dark all the time, but it has been about 14 hours since you've left Neverlight Grove.
Mm-hmm.
So you are reaching the end of your day. So
right. Yeah. Heard that.
If you want to push through the night, that's perfectly fine. Well,
right, yeah.
But you do find yourself getting a little bit of exhaustion.
Heard that. I'm good to keep going, guys. Unless you want to chill for a sec. How do y'all feel?
I will do whatever my liege wants me to do. And
okay, buddy.
Alfonso deeply bows.
I think we need to rest soon, but maybe not right this second.
Yeah.
Understood.
All right, G1. It's nice meeting you.
Safe travels, everyone.
Sure thing.
All right. Are you going to continue on for a while? Do you guys want to take a long rest?
I vote.
I know Nero's probably fine, but
right. I vote continue on. How do you guys feel?
I would vote resting, but after we get away from those people who would potentially rob us when trying to sleep.
Thank you.
And I'd rather not kill these guys that I kind of like.
Hey. Boo, how you feeling?
Lou is of the same mind as Gideon.
Heard.
Lou wants to do what?
Let's keep going, but we'll find a place to rest that is defensible and not, filled with strangers who could definitely kill us because everything's going to kill us down here.
Attempt to kill us.
Attempt to kill us.
I'm just saying, I haven't died yet, and I don't plan on it. So
Lou's definitely like grumbling under her breath.
Neither
like,
have I. Technically, kind of.
Lou's doing what now?
Lou's just like, oh, yeah, you're not gonna die again.
All right. So let's take a short 5-minute break, just since Mariah and her mom just got back.
Yep.
We'll pick back up in just a few minutes. Let's say top of the hour. You are at your first long rest that you've had since you've left Neverlight Grove. You're pretty tired. You're pretty worn out. Gideon, you've been working hard, but you're ready to kind of have this moment of relaxation, recharge yourself a little bit. Kaidarius is already kind of getting into a position where he doesn't really sleep as much, but he does meditate and pray to his deity very frequently. more frequently than you would like think a normal person would. But like every little thing that goes on, he praises the black
Obsidian
dragon. Like, bro, the obsidian dragon did not cook your meal. I did. You could be thanking me. Nero, you were feeling pretty good after fighting off the spiders. You kind of felt like getting into that fighting mode again just for a little bit, but you could take a good nap. Lou, you are also absolutely exhausted, but yours is more of a mental exhaustion. You've had some stuff that's been really weighing hard.
That tracks.
Yeah.
If you're looking hard enough, you definitely see like Gideon's kind of watching you, Lou, but he's not doing anything yet.
I don't think Lou would necessarily notice. She's very much in her own head at the moment and like psyching herself up because she hasn't told anyone what's gone on. She just, we're not going there. It's bad. Also, there's a mushroom inside you. Get it out. Like, that's been it. And oh yeah, I heard you speak to your god. So yeah. So when there's a pause, everyone's got their roles set up or whatever. She's going to be like, okay, guys, come here. I need to tell you guys a story.
Oh, sweet. Do we need snacks? I think I have some rations left. Oh, I might have some good berries left. Good berries, anyone?
A good berry would actually hit the spot.
Awesome.
How much does that heal for? I need just like a
One.
little bit.
1 HP.
One.
Hey, I'll take it.
But you feel full afterwards.
All right. Boom. 108. So like when everyone kind of gets settled, she's gonna be like, okay, Nero, I think it's time to tell everyone why we're really here. For reasons that I'll get into in a moment, they deserve to know. So
tell them why we're here.
Yeah. They need to know.
Okay.
So we're gonna start there to explain.
Was it
'cause
not
you guys
to,
never
was
really-
it not to save the little one?
That was part of it, and that's what we're doing now. Titan, by the way, I'm sure you already knew that, Gideon, because you seem to freaking know everything already.
I know some things, yeah.
Well-
and as he lifts his head guard and gives you a smirk.
Not everything, as I've had the joy of learning. Okay, so we're here to get Titan. We're also here on the behest of an organization trying to gather. I should have reviewed my notes first. The Infinity Stones or the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh, like the stone I grabbed, okay?
And Lou's straight up, like out of her bag of holding, is going to bring out her souvenir gauntlet that she had that she got from the gift shop. Yeah, I reviewed that note, and like, so she's like kind of explained. So that's part of what we're doing now. To give context, there are certain forces that seem to be at work that we don't fully understand. And we're learning there are quite a few down here that are outside of our ability to control and kill. We have gone to the Neverlight Grove before. We walked in and we met some people, and they asked us to slay some small monsters, and we did it. We did it because I wanted us to, as a tribute to Stool.
We left though.
Yeah, when you say we,
No, all of us.
That was like the one time you agreed with me. I specifically remembered. I was like, "Why did we help everyone?" And you were like, "You're right. Let's leave."
That's because of what happens. It's gonna be hard to explain or hard to understand, but we'll just keep going. So what we found there was a legend, a demon queen, a mushroom queen called Zugmoy.
Hey, that was the gift you had, wasn't it?
It was. It was not a gift.
Wait, you found Zuckboy?
We found Zuckmoy. Well, actually, you found Zuckmoy by running headfirst into her arms, where she killed you, Nero.
That doesn't make sense.
No, that tracks.
Yeah,
I say that lightly.
Let's be honest. No, Nero, you don't understand. You died. I gotta watch you die. Okay, so brief overview. Nero, you were charmed or cursed. I guess cursed because that's what Gideon's patron said, but essentially you ran toward the big guy. You just booklined it into this giant cavern with this huge mushroom. We couldn't stop you.
But was she hot?
She was not.
Oh no.
She was, I mean, like there were rotting corpses. There were I mean, put it this way. She had a garden. In that garden were living beings. A drow, there were several drow. I think there were some other things in there. They were alive, but they were fertilizing the fungus. Their bodies were disintegrating. Oh, Nero, it gets worse.
Nope, I'm feeling that good berry coming back up.
Because yours was one of the bodies. So you ran towards her, and the rest of us, we followed. And we tried to save you. But she had some sort of spore that got into people's heads. And just like it, I guess a curse or whatever, what she did to you, she also did to Alphonse. And you and Alphonse were trying to kill us. You were trying to kill Gideon.
Oh, that's right.
Kydarius was down for the count.
Well, like Gideon, and you're watching, like he is very interested as soon as you say that now.
Gideon, honestly, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Kydarius went down first round. She used her spores and she knocked him out. I never fully found out or saw what happened with him initially because I was trying to get to higher ground so that I could shoot her better. Alphonse and Nero turned against you. Crawdiddly stayed to help, but he got squished pretty quickly and consumed by the fungus. You were the only thing fighting against Nero and Alphonse.
Did I start this fight between them?
No. She told them. She told those two. She told you guys to presumably kill us because that's what you were trying to do. And Nero, I have seen you, like, I've been singed more than a few times. It's true.
Sorry.
But you've never directly attacked us like you did then. You were trying to kill Gideon. There was no hesitation. There was no second thought. You were trying to kill us the way that we've killed so many together. So, anyways, Kydarius is down. Gideon's out. I was doing some stuff on the side, but I was just trying to get away. Like, we were dying. We were literally dying. And I looked away, and when I looked back, I saw Gideon throw Kydarius over his shoulder. And I gotta be honest with you, that was impressive in and of itself. Have you seen how tall Kydarius is? Threw him over his shoulder. I looked away. I was still trying to get up the side of this hill. When I looked back, Gideon was gone. Kydarius was gone too. They were gone. They did not exist anymore. I don't entirely understand. Nero, you walked up to her, and I couldn't hear what you said, but it was very clear you were pledging yourself to her, and then you just laid down in this fungus that was devouring the living bodies of those around you. You just laid down and sunk into it. You didn't fight. You didn't try.
Yeah, no fight. Just.
You didn't burn anything, which I kept waiting. There was nothing. And then Alphonse, and like Lou pauses, and like you can tell, Alphonse, you blew your own brains out. I turned around because I was trying to keep tabs on everyone because I still had hope that Nero would come to us in an explosion of
Yeah.
Phoenix beauty
Yeah.
and would
Yeah.
decimate them,
Explosion of.
and we could
Yeah.
circle back in. And it didn't happen. And I was watching. You put the gun to your gut, you pulled once. And then you put the gun under your chin and you pulled again. And you went down. You did not exist anymore. At this point, I kept running. And I came across you, Gideon. You were praying to your weapon, your patron, I guess. You haven't really told us about that one. But you found out that all of it could have been prevented. And I'm not blaming you, because we didn't know. Kaidarius was lying there, and he seemed alive at the time. He was not, something was not right. I don't know. He broke down. I lost it. I'm gonna be honest. We've never had that. Nero, you died. We ran into a fight like we always have. And you got charmed like you always do, or whatever.
Yeah.
You tried to kill us, and then you died yourself. Alphonse died as well. Crawdiddly died. I think Kaidarius was probably dying too. I think the only ones who were survived was me and Gideon. And that's only because I ran and Gideon teleported, I guess. I never saw what you did, Gid, but I knew you had some special door that you used.
it was probably my dimension door.
Because honestly, Gid, here's the thing. You didn't die in that battle, but the one before that, you had almost died. We battled this weird, grotesque being that kept using bodies as grenades at us. Every time we killed something, and we were good at that, it would explode. And it hurt. And you guys kept getting hit. And I mean, it was wall of flame and some real good luck that we managed to get out of that one. And then immediately Nero goes running into the arms of this bridezilla. So one thing you didn't know, I'm sure you didn't know, Gid, because I haven't told anyone. The reason why Titan's down here is because he pulled he pulled a card from a demon's deck. Well, actually, he pulled like 6.
No, you guys are not stupid enough to mess with a deck of many things.
You have not met, you haven't met Titan, but okay. Yeah, well, I didn't get to him in time. We were gonna stop him. He was there. He paid for the coin, and like, what could we do? Anyways, so he got teleported. The card we have, she's like, and she's gonna rummage in her bag and pull out the card. I don't have my book with me. I still have that card. She's gonna pull out the card that has the two. Actually, John, does the card still show the 2 stone golems and Gideon? If you recall, you said it was a live cam type thing. You are muted.
Yeah, it does. You look at it now, and you do see a couple of drow kind of circling around him as well, keeping guard.
But generally, he's in the same position. Okay.
Yep.
I thought it was worth a shot. So Lou's gonna hold up the card and be like, "That's Titan." And if you look closely, he's alive. And as best we can figure, he's down here. And I basically traded that dragon egg to find out that he's possibly in Blingdenstone.
Now, you also would know that you have Titan's body in Cayman.
Yeah.
As
I don't know if I'm not.
I know, but just so you're aware.
Well,
So
like I'll take a
is-
big look
it's
at the
terrible.
card that you're showing it to us, and then like Gideon's just like, "That's the Holy Warrior." Oh my goodness!
Wait,
What?
what?
You were there, Nero. I thought it was a dream. We fought a demon. We were all out. He messed us up. That's him.
I have some crazy dreams sometimes, but I mean, actually, often I have crazy dreams. But
I'm totally talking about a one shot that we had with him.
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. The holy.
Yeah, he came up. He had this glowing divine on his sword, and he took out the demon who took me, you, Kydarius out. Lou was hurt, but not there. One of those two.
Okay. Well, either way,
anyway,
yeah, that's Titan.
Okay.
Yeah, we're here to save him. That's a thing. Wait a minute, but why are we here?
Well, you know, I got several cards.
Uh-huh.
I had been holding on to one of them for a bloody day, and I used it. I changed your fate, Nero.
You use the
Are you telling me you pulled a fake card from the deck of many things?
Nero starts
And
to
honestly
tear up. He just goes and hugs her.
Lou's gonna hug him back like a bear hug.
Well, I'm gonna see with the 20 insight. You definitely would not lie.
And Lou is at her most sincere, which is not super common for her. She's a little on the fence.
Yeah.
And so she goes, so that's why you guys have never been to that cavern to Neverbloom. I have, and I have been with a version of you, I guess, or a you that no longer exists. I can't. I've been thinking about it all day, and I can't figure it out.
I bet I said we probably should have left.
Yeah, you did, and you were right, which is the reason why when I used the card and I used the card at the end of that, and then all of a sudden I was at the beginning. When I was at the beginning, I remembered all of that. And yeah, that's why I knew that's why I had you remove that curse from Nero and subsequently the rest of us, because I'm doing such a bad job explaining. She controlled everything. Okay, look, Gideon, you've been with us for a while now. You've seen us do some cool shit. You've done some cool ass shit. Dog. And we've gone up against a lot of other big baddies, for sure. We didn't even last one round. You could argue Nero never even made it into the fight on our side. Mainly because he didn't. He immediately tried to kill the rest of us. And like, put it this way, Gideon, you know your nifty little cage that I've seen you use a couple times now? The
Oh, the magic one? The force cage?
Yeah. You know that spell? You know how I've seen you utilize it. I've seen people rail against it and just they're stuck there. Back in Graftel stuff. Nero just walked out of it. Like, you put him in this cage, you jumped on the top of the cage. I presume to get, I don't know why you did that, honestly. Maybe there were spores like on the ground level and you were getting above it. I couldn't tell. I was getting too far away. Nero just like instantly left it. Instantly. Didn't even try.
Sorry, Gideon.
I like look at him. Lucky bastard.
Like I'm sorry, I don't.
Even for you, that couldn't have been easy.
He made it look easy. Didn't look like he
Yeah.
was trying too hard to do anything but slaughter you, kid.
Well,
And-
what did I try to slaughter him back?
Honestly, no, you really didn't. I mean, I gotta commend you for that. I always assumed if you had the opportunity to kill us, you take it. You had the opportunity and you didn't take it. And
My head was intact.
that's probably the one,
That
one
was
of,
like that was the follow-up question.
no, you didn't behead anybody. It was like okay, Yed. I know how strong I have an idea of how strong you are. You know how strong you are. You were no match for her. I don't think we ever even touched her. We were so busy trying to save our skins.
Was it that I was no match for her, or was it that I was no match for her with the world attacking me at the same time?
But she is the world. And this, like, look around. DM, please tell me there's at least some mushroom somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Under-
I'm like, it's in the Underdark. Mushrooms have been a theme, so I was going for it.
Yeah.
Look around. She uses the mushrooms everywhere. She is like okay, you remember that drow in the jail cell where we met?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
She
there were
was
a lot
controlling him. I didn't realize it at the time, but Stool was trying to tell me, and I think Stool knew more than we realized, and we shouldn't have left him behind.
Stool was a mushroom.
Yeah,
too.
I remember that guy because that's how I finally got my young body back.
I'm glad I didn't pick up that brain. We are outmatched. Just plain and simple. And we have got to start thinking before we rush in and kill everything. Nero. What did I just say?
You have to stop rushing in and kill everything.
Close enough.
I'm just saying everything I've killed has been because you guys started something. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah. No, you're right, Gideon. You have saved our butts more times than I care to admit, which is the reason why I've told you what Extraction Team 4 is, what we're doing. You are part of the team. And right now, we have the stone. You have the stone, as a matter of fact.
I do.
And we need to get Titan back. I gotta be honest, my backup plan, the whole reason why my backup plan was always going to be that if we couldn't get Titan, that I'd have used that fate card to just unravel all of this. But we needed the stone, and like she pauses and she's like, she seems a little almost bashful at this moment and goes, and we wouldn't have met you guys. And like she looks at Gideon and Kydarius. She does leave Eldith out a little bit.
Kind of looks over there and is like, oh, it's you. Sorry.
Well, Eldith didn't help in the battle, so Lou's like, she got left behind. We have to get Titan, and we have to be careful, because we all have to get out of this alive. I don't have a plan B. I can do that one time. I saved Nero, I saved Alphonse, I saved Crawdiddly, but that's it. That's all I got, guys.
Gideon's gonna stand up. He's like, I'm gonna be a little selfish here, and he's like looking at Nero. I'm sure you need time to unpack this, but I really need, and then I'll turn my head back to Lou. I need to talk to you alone, Lou.
It seems fair.
That's fine. That's fine. I guess I'm thinking on my own to do.
You're gonna see me make a door in this wall. Don't follow us. And it's completely safe. He doesn't laugh saying that. It's safe.
Like Gideon goes in first, and then like Lou looks at the doorway, and she's gonna turn back to Nero, and she's like, "This is what I was talking about. He can make doors. He can make rooms now."
This is just the big
Wait,
door. I have a small door too.
He can. Oh, that's okay. That's cool.
Yeah, no, Nero, he can do a lot more than I think he's letting on.
And when you say that, let me cast these magic surges.
And Lou's,
okay.
Lou
You
was
saw
not trying to
that
be quiet.
too, right? And then I'm also gonna cast Arcane Eye in front of the door, which is just a eyeball that I can use its senses for.
It's a camera.
Okay, good. To make sure you guys don't try to eavesdrop.
Or at least make sure you see us eavesdropping. Just kidding.
Right. I was like, it's gonna be kind of hard to. It's gonna be kind of hard to hide from the eye directly in front of the door. And then I'll gesture Lou to come in.
Lou will follow.
And I will close the door. And then I'm gonna be like, "Well, Lou, apparently we had an adventure. I need to know if you trust me right now."
I don't trust the Gideon. Well, I wouldn't trust you if it weren't for what I've been through with you. Now you haven't gone through it, but Gideon, and I didn't say this out there because I know you'd be pissed. You broke down with me, Gideon. You mourned for the loss of Nero and something your God told you. I missed the first part, but it broke you in a way that I didn't think you had feelings. So yes, Gideon, I trust you.
Okay. He seems a little taken back by that. Don't mind. I'm gonna have you repeat that here in a second, and I'm gonna pull from my bag of holding a little trinket that I have, which is an artificial spell that holds Zone of Truth. I'm gonna cast this on you. It's just where we can't lie. Are you okay with me doing this?
Yeah. I trust you, Gideon.
I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and do a magic surge, but the spell's already cast, but I'm just opening a trinket from a spell that's already been on it, but just in case I wanted. Okay, so Zone of Truth is gonna be cast in in my demi-plane here. And I didn't attempt to fail it either, so I'm in the Zone of Truth with you. So you said I broke down. What do you mean?
You were sobbing. I mean, it was clear you were trying to be strong. I could tell that. I wasn't. I was broken. I am a little broken. This is also not true. You broke down too. I've never seen you show that kind of emotion, or really any emotion other than you're tired of us being stupid, and it's valid. You were crying.
Well, I wish I could say I don't believe you.
Hey, you know what? If I hadn't seen it with my own two eyes, I wouldn't have believed it either.
So I'm concerned about the part where me and Gideon, me and Nero and everyone were fighting. I need to know exactly how that part started. I don't need details of, we don't have to relive too much of that, but I need to know how that started.
Let's see, what can I remember? I mean, things are sharp, but they're also fuzzy. It's so hard because like yesterday was yesterday, but also it was like a day. It's hard. So, which do you want to know? All the battles or just the one against Zuckmore?
The one where I guess Nero potentially attacked me first. I need to know why we fought.
Because he was commanded to. He attacked you.
So nothing I
Not
initiated.
quite.
Oh, let me go back to my notes. I'll say it right. Let's see. Chapter 50.
He did attack you, but there was a reason why he attacked.
Okay, Misty Step.
Because I attacked Zuckmore.
Right.
Okay.
But
Man, this was a long battle.
But yeah, so Gideon specifically wants to know, like, if he initiated the fight with Nero.
Mm,
That
you
would
didn't.
be up to interpretation.
Right. Well, he attacked me because I attacked Zugmoy, but
Did you?
I didn't attack
Nero
him
first. No. Did you attack Zugtmoy and Zugtmoy commanded him to attack you? Yes.
Right. But I'm asking, like, if Nero attacked me because of me being malicious to him.
We'll do this both in canon and out of canon at the same time. So okay, so that battle, Nero ran down. You mean Kaidarius and Alphonse, we decided we were going to go try to get him. I mean, we were going to try to find him. We didn't know what we were going to find at that point. We knew it was Zuckmoy, but we didn't realize. Up till that point, I had talked to another mushroom person, and they had said Zuckmoy was a legend. And then all of a sudden, oh, the legend's real. We didn't realize. Okay, so we walked down. Me and Alphonse, we had to like dance across a circle of decaying revelers. Me and Alphonse kissed. You and Kaidarius kissed. It was that you know what?
Good luck with this helmet on.
You can don't ask the question if you don't want the truth, Gideon. Bring on. So we got in. So there was this giant mushroom, and it was like a castle turret almost. Like a just big mushroom, hollow in the middle. We got in through the front door, and you told us, you said, don't get in front of me. And we actually managed. So we grabbed Nero and we got out from behind you.
I'm so proud that you guys apparently listened. Woo.
It's gonna happen more often.
Okay. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, zone of truth. We are gonna try to make that happen slightly more often. So you cast something. Ice, I guess. I'm not really 100% sure. I don't know what you have so much more magic than I realized. I had no idea.
Yeah, I do like to stick with my my standards, but I do have a lot of tricks in my sleeve.
I really thought you were a one-trick pony. You just slice off the head and suck out the juice. That's pretty much what I thought you did, and you did so much more. So you attacked Zugmoy, and there were some other
this demon mushroom lady,
or you attacked because so she's the bride. Okay, so like Nero was acting like he was the groom, I guess, or maybe a best man. We didn't stick her. She was the bride. She had a whole bunch of little underling mushroom people, and they were like bridesmaids. And you attacked. I think you attacked all of them.
That checks out.
And that's kind of where everything went wrong. So I think you were trying to grab Nero. And then all of a sudden,
that makes sense. Okay, I was trying to think why I would attack, just straight up attack, but
and then Zuckmoy cast this. It was like it was a mushroom clap, like mushrooms whenever they release all their spores. She did that, and Kaidarius just fell like a sack of potatoes. He just down, and he never got back up, which is why I don't think he was going to survive, even though you saved his body. And then Nero was attacking Kaidarius. And Zuck makes him kind of Nero misses.
Oh my gosh, how detailed of notes did you take?
I know.
Listen to this. Nero feels something overcome him. Zug has made him make a weapon attack against Kai. Nero misses. It hit hard, just nothing happened. Guys, stop messing things up, Nero says, charmed. Nero attacks Gideon with psychic damage, so he shot first. Kaidarius fails a fire attack. Gideon dodges part of it, and then Gideon takes some extra fire damage. Nero tries to run towards Zug. Gideon smacks him with an axe and keeps him from running. Al says to Nero, "It's fine, I'll deal with him." He tries to shoot Gideon twice, Kaidarius once. Lou summons 4 gazers, yada yada yada. Zug attacks Kai twice, Gideon once. Gideon dodges, Kai does not, gets hit hard. Gideon casts Force Cage, passes Magic Surge, Cone of Cold against Zug. Zug dodges, kills 3 bridesmaids. Gideon stands on top of Cage. Al takes an opportunity to attack but misses completely. Gideon yells at Al, "If you try and hit me again, I'll smoosh you like a bug." Al is intimidated by Gideon. And so on and so forth. And so Lou is just gonna kind of run down that and be like, you never tried to kill anyone. You never tried to kill any of us.
You could hear like a big sigh from that. Jumping ahead a little bit, you saw me talk to my patron directly.
Yes.
Did you hear?
Well, I saw you talk to your axe.
Right. Did you hear any of the questions I directly asked?
Yes.
What did I ask?
You asked. I gotta scroll up and find it. I may not have actually put that down. Let's hammer and circle, fire explosion.
I know the questions I asked. I think the one you didn't hear, which is the one I really didn't want you to hear, is if I should kill you guys.
No, she heard that one. Gideon does not go insane, asks one question. And so she goes, "You asked your ex, who's your patron?"
It's by many names, but he prefers to go by the Game Master. Which is for the work I do for him. It's kind of off-putting name, but his personality, it's super.
Will you tell me more about your patron? Doesn't have to be Zone of Truth at some later date. I think I want to answer your question, but I'd like to know more.
We can probably arrange that, yes.
You asked, do I need to help, leave, or kill my comrades?
Okay. How did I react?
You didn't. You looked at Kaidarius. Kaidarius said something. I didn't hear what Kaidarius said. He was on death's door. I'm sure of it. I don't know. You didn't seem to do anything.
What was the other questions I asked?
You also asked. I didn't write those down. Gideon notices Kaidarius is awake. Thank you so much.
You could say you told them to me because I know what they are.
Okay. You had also asked if you could have prevented this. And I may not have seen your reaction on the first one, but I saw it on that one. And you could. Your patron had said you could have solved that.
So I wanted to prevent this. And then like Gideon takes a look down and he's just like a sigh of relief because he's still trying to figure out what my patron wants. And you could see like he is relieved when you said that. Such a Zone of Truth. I'm like, I'm gonna show my emotions truthfully.
If your patron had told you to kill us, would you have done so?
Yes.
Is your patron one that can be flattered?
Yes.
Thank you, game master. She's gonna like look at your the blade. Do you have like your axe on your back or anything?
I would still be in my hand. I cast the spell with it in my hand. So
Okay. She's like gonna look down at the blade and just have an awkward moment and be like, thank you, game master.
I am his right hand. I am his like I am the one that puts his goal in motion.
And you
Which
asked something else, and I do
the
not
one thing
remember.
the one thing I'll tell you, the reason I know of you was because my patron told me to follow you guys. Because you guys are destined to change the world in some way, shape, or form. And that I don't know that. I don't know if he knows that. And I was to see if it was for good or for bad.
I'd like to think
The last one, I asked what we should do, and then that's when What's Her Face showed up, wasn't it?
I was gonna say I don't remember there being an answer. I didn't write it down.
There wasn't
But just I don't have
So the
Gideon.
complicated thing, and I know we've talked about this, the complicated thing about Gideon speaking to his patron is the patron can't give him a direct answer or won't give him a direct answer. So it's really in whatever happens is like the answers in it.
Yep. All right. The only thing I got the most for sure answer was I could prevent it, and that the first one I did want to protect you guys. That was hinted. The only one I had for yes, I can prevent was it was a curse.
So I do that for gameplay reasons and to make it like a little bit more mysterious because I don't want you just talking directly to your deities. I think that's a little overkill. But also it adds a little aura of mystery because the way that I interpret it to you, you could interpret it in a completely different way than what I was intending, which I think makes it more fun. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Yeah. So that's what, and I mean, I gotta give you credit. I came out and I told you your deity had said you could prevent whatever it was, and you immediately knew what to do. I I thought he was just charmed. He's done it before. There was a time with the harpies. He just I don't know, he falls for anything that blinks an eye at him or something.
So true, yes. Which I could say that easily in Zone of Truth.
But this is all Zone of Truth makes this all the more better because Blue believes that.
I just need slightly more detail, which I don't want to hear, but where I broke down, apparently. From your point of view, what happened?
What do you mean?
Like what led up to that? What were you doing? How did you see it? What caused me to break down? From your perspective, of course, since I'm sure you don't understand everything.
No, I don't. I don't. It was all the money. Okay. So I ran up and I told you they were dead. You were kneeling with Kydarius. You had asked some questions. I think you just asked the first question. And then I came up and I told you that what I just told actually I told you that Nero and Alphonse and Crawdiddly were dead. And at that point I was probably a little more descriptive than I was tonight. Or maybe less so. I was crying so hard I doubt you understood much of it. And you seemed, I don't know, your usual self. And then you had asked if it could be prevented. And you'd asked, and that clearly shook you. And then you had asked what we should do, and I didn't see the answer. You didn't tell me the answer. I knew from, how you held yourself that it could have been prevented, that you could have prevented it. I didn't know how at the time. I mean, up until the point that you cast that spell, I still had no idea what it was that caused all this. I mean, I guessed it was the mushrooms, but like, and I kind of guessed it was in his brain. Anyways, and then Bastidian, so there were a whole bunch of Myconid people, and Bastidian was like the female leader of them all, and she was the one who had initially asked us to go investigate this ritual. They knew something was going on. Travelers kept disappearing, yada yada yada. She needed help, and like always, Nero was gung-ho for it, and I was kind of on the fence, and you were on the opposite side of the fence saying, why the fuck do we help everything? And so anyways, so she came up, and I was a wreck. Like I said, Kydarius was still on the ground. I never found out if he was dead or not. He had potions of healing just on his chest, like just bottles of healing potion lying on top of him. I don't know. I guess
you can see like now you can visually see more relief on his face. You are clearing so many questions up for him.
And so I was a wreck, and Bastidian just, I mean, she just started apologizing. Like she knew she'd cost us their lives. I may have said something to her. I don't remember. I don't even remember if you said something to her. I was crying too hard. And I remember she asked you something. And like I was clinging to you because I was. And like you can see, she stopped herself. It's zone of truth, not zone of compulsion. And I could feel the sobs in you. Like 1 minute you're fine, and the next minute you were shaking. You fell to your knees, and I heard you cry. And oh, Kydarius did get up. Yeah, he did get up because he came over and he gave us both a big hug, essentially. And we stayed like that for some time, which quite frankly we should have been running. I don't know what. Like
that makes some sense. I actually do have a good medical training, so that I'm assuming I somehow did that then.
And maybe you thought he could be healed. He had been down the whole fight, and everyone else who went down, like the fungus started eating away at them. Like Crawdiddly just like dissolved, just gone. And Nero got consumed by the floor fungus. I mean, it just like grew over the top of him. I don't know. You had apparently saved Kydarius, and I he was up, so maybe he had survived. I don't know, and frankly, I don't want to know if he would have survived or not in that world, in that other time.
Well, like Gideon's like voice cracks just a little bit, and he takes a pause, and he's like, "You have no idea how much you put my mind at ease," and he seems a little shook that he just volunteered that. And he goes in, and he actually pulls you to him and gives you a hug, and he's like, "I will protect you."
Lou is gonna bear hug him back and just like under her breath, but definitely loud enough he can hear go. I know. Still in zone of truth, and she knows that. That is her truth. I know you will.
And then he's not hastily, but he does like, He's definitely the one that initiates letting go of the hug.
Yeah, Lou like awkwardly stands back and she's just like, sorry. I know you didn't go through it, so it's just been a long 2 day one. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. It's been a lot.
I know we don't see eye to eye, but I will tell you my main purpose is to help make this world better. And then I'm just gonna open the door and leave it at that and start walking out.
Lou takes a deep breath. And she's gonna follow him.
All right.
I wish Philip had been here, man.
Right.
I don't know where the heck he is. He said he was gonna be super late, but I didn't be like booze late.
I know, right?
I'm gonna go straight up to
Last time
Nero.
this happened, sure, his girlfriend had a concussion.
I go straight up to Nero and just be like, go console your friend.
Nero's currently sitting. He's made himself a little campfire. And in the fire, you see, like at first it just looks like this flickering, but if the longer you linger on it, you start to see just like a image of a bird, like for a flicker for a second, and then it goes away, and then another image of a bird for it just keeps going on.
Oh yeah, Gideon would toss to Lou one of those trinkets as well, and I just same spell I had, and that's all I'll say. And then I have one left.
I'll add that to my list. Sound of Truth spell.
Nice.
Lou is just going to walk over and sit beside Nero by the fire. And just kind of like stare into it. She's trying to be there for him without initiating anything because she did just tell him how he dramatically and gruesomely.
And it's funny, but I still told Nero to come and make you feel better. Because I was after telling that, I was like, "Oh, you are hurting more than you are telling us."
You do notice, like as you go up, that Nero doesn't really react, and he didn't even really move when Gideon that said anything. He's just sitting there staring into the fire, just kind of like hunched over, just looking at it, and that's all.
Lou's not gonna push him on this one.
Yep.
All right. You all eventually, I assume, go to sleep, get your long rest in.
Yes.
So you can do your whole long resting stuff.
Good. I wasted a lot of spells just for that little conversation.
Gideon, you have a pretty dreamless sleep. Like you slept because obviously it's 8 hours later than what it was when you laid your head down, but that's about all you feel. It's like, yeah, I guess I had slept, maybe. I don't know. You still feel kind of tired. Nero, you on the other hand had a dream full sleep. It was nothing necessarily bad. You had dreams of Serrano and the city and things that had happened when you were a kid and nothing too crazy. But it was kind of like half stressful and half peaceful. Like it was peaceful because it brought you back to memories of when you were really happy as a kid and you were learning these fire powers and like your family was there and things like that. But then at the other point of your mind, maybe the more attentive part of your mind was like, yeah, but you just about lost that. Like you did lose that. And you're kind of battling with yourself on whether or not it was your fault. Like, did I do this? Like, am I the one that caused this? Lou, you rarely dream. You sleep. Yours is more of a robotic need for your body than it is for something that you look forward to. However, tonight was different. Tonight you definitely did have a dream. If you could call it that. You are standing on top of the same cliff that you watched Nero and Alfonso die. You're staring down into this abyss. There's no mushroom anymore. There's no big giant tower or mushroom queen or anything like that. But Nero and Alfonso are standing at the bottom. In this blackness, they're kind of just floating there. And you reach out and try and yell for them, but your voice isn't there. You try and look around for something to throw at them to get their attention, and the ground is completely bare and almost steel-like with how little there is that you could have picked up to grab it. You close your eyes, you focus like you do with the few spells that you know and that you were taught on how to use them. You focus, you feel that energy come back up out of you. You feel this power from the ground around you and from the few fungi that are near you that are lighting the area. You open your eyes as those bioluminescent fungi dim down. And as they dim, the power inside you rises. You reach your hand out, and the thaumaturgy spell releases this broken, screaming voice of yours out to Nero. But though your brain is registering it as sound, you can see it. It's like coming out of your being is just these strands of light as they fly down and pierce into Nero and Alfonso. And they turn and look at you, but they don't seem like they can move. And you look down kind of with shock from these beams of light, and you reach out and you grab them, bind them together like a rope, and you slowly pull Nero and Alfonso up from this darkness, but you wake up before they can get to you. It's the next day. You all meet back at a campfire. Alfonso is cooking a can of beans. You don't know where he got that from, but there it is.
As we're stretching, I'll cast water breathing on us.
Before you cast that, Nero got up a little early and just like walked off a little bit from the group. When he starts walking back as everybody's like waking up and whatnot, you see that he's cut off all of his hair, the hair on his head, ripped off a piece of cloth and then tied it around his head. And yeah, as he's just walking up with the rest of the group. Yes. So, where are we going today?
Like, Dead's Lou, and like, is he having a Britney Spears moment?
Who's Britney Spears?
I had to. Gideon lifts up his face guard and like, Nero?
Yeah.
You good?
I'm fine. Be ready? You need to eat something before we get going?
Incite that. Okay, you're good. I don't want to waste the lucky charge on that.
It wasn't much better. Are you telling the truth or are you lying, Nero? In which case, roll the corresponding die.
I mean, that's true. I could roll lower. So, let me check my modifiers for both. And, oh, okay. Okay, they are different. Oh, wait.
You can roll it privately to me, I think.
Yeah, backslash like
That is true.
Yeah.
Backslash DM
GM, I think, for
GM, yeah. Or you could just go to the little
private.
die icon on the left, and you can actually hit. There's a GM button there,
Oh, there totally is. Yes, yes. Thank you for that.
and that, in theory,
Oops, wrong button. Sorry, don't ignore the first one.
Unless it's super low. Oh, that was to him. Dang it.
I hit fudge die by accident.
okay.
And
Is there anything I need to add to that?
That's all that's in
4.
Okay. You guys can't see that, right?
Nope.
Okay, I didn't think you could. So 4. Okay. Lou, you squint at him a little hard, but you can't tell. You're pretty sure he's telling the truth, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty ambivalent.
We have
What about me?
Ambiguous. Gideon, you really didn't try that hard.
You're right.
Yeah, we have a little ways to go. We got to go get Titan.
Drop off some gems.
Yeah, don't forget the gyms. All right. I'm gonna pee real quick and then we'll start day 2.
Nice. For the day 2, not for the being. I mean, have fun.
Good luck.
That's gonna be in the recording for forever now.
About that, really.
True.
All right, day 2. You continue to walk along. Wow, I am way too zoomed in. There we go. You continue to walk forward and you come across what is not a cavern of water, but rather a open cavern with a very, very large cliff in front of you. The cliff, oof, I don't even know if you can tell how far a distance it is all the way to the top, but it is very, very tall. However, what you can see at the very tippy top is what looks like maybe a rope ladder is kind of just like hanging off to the side there. Not fully falling down, but it's like it could have been partially unraveled and fallen part of the way. Also, you notice that there are a couple of individuals sitting at the bottom of this cliff in the dark, talking amongst themselves.
Can we see what species they are? Race?
Of course, you would see race.
Yeah, you could do. You would know. There's some sort of elf.
Like drow, maybe.
I was gonna say, do they look like drow?
What's their complexion?
Yeah. Are they? Are they
Black?
I was like, is it more of a Philip or a Tim, or is it more of a CJ?
Is it white or milk chocolate? They are white. Actually, extremely pale in complexion. So Tim, actually.
To be fair, this lighting makes me look kind of reddish. Nah, I'm glowing.
No, not quite.
literally glowing.
Neo's gonna look over there at them like, well, we can fly past them or we can talk to them.
We need to talk to them.
Nope, he says as he ignites his wings.
Now he gets it.
And there's too many of us for me to give everyone wings, but we could.
You can't make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us have wings.
No, Only 6.
I could attempt to throw one of the little ones.
Oh yeah, Carderis can just hold Eldith. Or Diddley.
Or me.
That was so perfect. Let's see. I'm going to give me, Kadarius, Gideon.
Yes. Like, don't make me spin a spell slot. We just woke up.
Actually, yeah, I can do that. I can do that, and then I don't have to do that.
If you do
Yeah,
that,
I'm gonna
do that. And if you do that, I'm gonna do that.
Oh, wait. I don't want you to do that. So
But if you do that, then I can do this.
I can do this, and you can. Okay, I'm just gonna give those 3. I'm gonna give Gideon, Kadarius, and Eldith wings.
You can try.
Yes, I'm gonna try to do that, and then I'm gonna give myself wings, not using the spell. So that's gonna be 2. Turn off GM. 2 magic surges. First is for them. Second one is gonna be for me.
Def gonna fail one of these.
My name is Nero Bastion, sir.
That's the problem.
It's the you. It's the you.
It's on me too. That's awesome.
I should have let your character die.
So I rolled you a D300.
Right. For sure. We got
I don't even know what this does.
something
Probably
phenomenal.
stuff and
Oh
things.
my.
The entire party gets wings for free without using spell slots.
Forever.
And for what if you have warlocks in your party, they get double their spell slots,
So
Right.
which
you
is
haven't-
still not a
you haven't
lot.
Spoken to these people sitting at the bottom of this cavern.
Mhm.
And said a word. You're still like 75 feet, 50 feet away. Like nothing's going on.
Oh, yeah, 50. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm gonna check that. And I'm like, oh,
Right?
it is.
Wait,
Yeah.
how do I do this? Let's see. How do I take you and I put you there? Okay. And then who's getting wings?
Darius, Gideon, and Eldith.
That worked.
That worked.
And then Nero, they start to kind of float up a little bit, like getting their wings on. You do the same thing. You make your wings appear on your back, the fiery phoenix wings. But they break off of your back and they float in front of you like they're flying on their own, like a giant bat. And they clasp together in a fiery whirlwind as they form a very large Balor. Boy, I rolled you a 300 on a D300.
He gets to control this thing, right? It's his, right?
A Balor controlled by the DM. A space within 5 feet of the caster. Towering over you. This huge demon fiend with a whip of fire looks down at you and growls.
Like,
What do you do?
Gideon just sighs very loudly. He's like,
Nero says in primordial.
Yeah, boy.
Oops.
You hear in your head, Nero. Why the hell do you think I would speak that disgusting language?
It worked on a kraken.
Do I look like a kraken to you?
You look like
And
you're gonna be kraken.
He reaches up and just snaps his whip next to you and immediately kills the two elves that were next to you guys, that were behind you. Just absolutely just slaughters their bodies up against the cliffside.
Now, this demon's doing it in his mind.
Yeah.
Now, is Nero, are you responding out loud, or are you responding?
Oh yeah, I'm totally talking out loud.
Okay.
So I just said it worked on a kraken.
What worked on a kraken?
Hey guys, fly fast.
You guys start to rise, and he's like, in all of your heads, I literally have wings, people. I'm also 250 feet tall. Where are you going? And he slowly reaches his hand out, and just you can see he's just going to slap all of you out of the air like the little puny mosquitoes that you are. And as the air rushes towards you, he just about gets to you, Lou,
And at this point, Nero has his staff out. He was like about to catch you. I didn't cast it yet.
I guess I'll go ahead because I was just about to say it, so I'm gonna go ahead and waste it. Seeing that, I would 100%, since Lou and Neo together, I put force cage around them as I saw them trying to get slapped.
Okay, roll your
magic
I
surge.
swear if I roll another 300 on you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna pass the magic surge. So.
The elves, are they still dead?
Oh yeah, they're dead.
Oh yeah. I'm like, okay.
And Lou and Kydarius are currently in a force cage.
I meant to say Lou and Nero.
Oh, okay.
Kydarius is next to him, so I would have fit all three of them.
Nero's still on the ground, and
yeah, because y'all have wings.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, then yeah, I would have got Lou and Kydarius.
Okay. Lou, you still have your wings, and Kydarius does too, but you are currently trapped in a 20-foot by 20-foot box.
Lou's going to sit down cross-legged, knowing that like she's not getting out of this. And when Kydarius follows suit, she's gonna put her head in his lap. Reach over.
So I saw you about to be slapped. And...
Nope. You good? Nero, did you unsummon a
Yes.
Why did you summon him in the first place?
I may have said the spell wrong. Sorry.
No, it's like we don't need something that if we just get like more gold, I can make a giant golem, you know.
Here, let me try again.
No.
That's okay. No, because I can fly. It's all good. He's just gonna make the wings on his back again and to fly up.
Why you keep rolling sevens, dog?
That's not a 5.
True.
He's gonna just go fly up, meet the rest of the party, and be like, "So, let's go save Titan."
You just float off to the top of this 700-foot cliff.
I just imagine that you like because you don't see the cage, you just like hit your head on it as you fly up. Like,
Let's go save Titan.
All right, you've reached the top of this.
I do dispel the cage.
I was about to say, Lou and Kydarius are just relaxing in a cage floating in the middle of the air. Don't worry about us.
It does keep you a moment to catch yourself, but you do catch yourself. And you fly up and you meet the rest, I assume.
Yay.
All right. Gideon, Nero, Lou, give me a wisdom saving throw, I guess.
Can Lou have taken a couple seconds to see if there was any cool stuff to loot from the drow, the elves?
Oh no, there was nothing left.
Nothing left. Okay. She definitely took an extra second because like she flew over to see if she could find some.
Nah, whatever that was left of those elves,
Well,
just
that
a
wasn't a 7.
dash of blood on the wall.
Nope, not a 7. You're welcome.
Sorry. Wisdom saving throw.
No,
I
it's fine.
pass. Hopefully.
Okay.
Or
Nero, you are so focused on finding Titan. However, Gideon and Lou do remind you and themselves that Eldith, Alfonso, and Crawdiddley are still down at the bottom.
I thought the plan was someone each carry one person.
that was the plan.
That was
But
the
no
plan.
no one said who was
Oh.
taking.
So Lou's just.
Everyone just.
well, after
Well, Lou didn't have wings. So did Kydarius pick up Lou then?
no, Lou had wings.
No, Lou had wings.
No, he had said Gideon, Kydarius, and Eldith had wings.
And Eldith.
Lou did not.
Sorry, I could
dang
totally-
it! It ruined my plan. Like I was gonna be like, and Ned's like Lou and give him a wink, and was gonna give Alfonso to Lou after you told me you guys kissed.
Nah. But yeah, it was Eldith.
All right. Well, Eldith is with you, and she would have also reminded you that you did leave Alfonso and behind. No,
We left people
Alfonso
behind.
and Crawdiddley. And Lou was taken with Kydarius.
Quite taken, one might say.
Well, how heavy is Crawdiddley?
Like
Golden Retriever.
pounds? Oh yeah, he's golden retriever. I forgot. So like 50.
So, yeah, 45.
Yeah, if you didn't say anything, I wouldn't have cared. So,
Like we all land and Lou looks around. She's like, seriously?
What? Sarah, what's it?
Are you for?
Well, he
Can one
already
of you-
dispelled the force cage. We're good.
Can one of you go get Crawdiddley?
Oh.
You hear from the bottom of this 700-foot cliff. Guys.
Oh, and Eldith too. Yeah, right.
Eldith flew up. Eldith was up there.
Oh,
Oh,
fun.
right.
Just Crawdiddley and Alfonso. Alfonso, while this is happening, I actually have rules for this. Let's see. Yeah, okay. I guess Alfonso's going to start trying to climb up. Let me pull up his character sheet real quick and give ourselves a athletics check.
Probably do disadvantage because Crawdiddley would just like grab the back of his shirt with his
be like-
claws.
Okay, that would be a nat 1 then. He gets about 5 feet up, which is far for a halfling. And then Crawdiddley just clamps down on his ankle. When you just hear this, as he falls back onto Crawdiddley, who's not soft.
I'll get Alfonso.
I gotta. I'll get Alfonso. And like I'm so gonna rush to grab Alfonso.
I actually, literally, just because of the way the things have cast, you're actually faster than me. You have 60 feet, I think, or fly speed. No, I do not. So yeah, you just
I'm gonna rush Alfonso for cover.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Come here, boy. Come here, Cordelia. Come here. Come here. Don't bitch me. At the top of the cliffside, what do we see?
Not what you see on the Roll20 screen. There's no bloody statue in the middle of the room.
Heard that.
I don't know if you guys can see it.
I was like, what?
This is at the top. You come across the cavern. It kind of widens even more, so you kind of can think of this as almost like a S-shaped cavern. So it started very large, about 500 feet tall cavern, and then the cliffside continued up through kind of a tunnel, like a chimney, up another 200 feet, and then it opened up into another cavern that was about 500 feet. So we're talking massive.
Cool.
All right.
Lou, you kind of take a moment, like as a breather. Everybody's together. We're doing exactly what we said we were going to do in the zone of truth. Okay. Anyway, and you turn around, and it may be your nightmare come to life, because the room in front of you, the cavern in all of its glory, is covered in crystals and in shimmering rocks and countless numbers of all different kinds of fungi. That apparently you're allergic to.
I tried to save that, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, Lou is visibly shaken, and she just like turns to Nero and is like, "Don't eat any of them without asking me first."
I'll never eat
I told you from the beginning that we shouldn't eat them. You guys were so annoyed that I took the long way around.
You were right, Gideon. Thank you for your wisdom. Continue to lead us to safety.
I like this. I can get
Just out of curiosity, do you all do anything with the rope ladder?
The ladder, I do not.
I don't.
I was just curious, because it's a gigantic rope ladder. I mean, it's 750 feet long.
Yeah,
nope, I don't care about it.
It's
I think
pretty.
I could fit that in my bag of holding.
That is pretty impressive, but no, Nero does not.
Okay.
Question, because I don't know if we know this in universe. Do we know we're being followed by the drow?
Yes.
We do.
Well,
do we
you
know-
know that
Well-
there were some that were looking for you.
Right. Yeah.
So we do know that much.
That's
Not
how
necessarily
been a
that they're
while,
close, but
How
yeah.
thick is the rope? I.e., can Lou just go slash the rope ladder and be about her business?
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Like, just without consulting anyone or making a big deal about it, she's going to go slash the rope ladder, just let it fall, and then just, move forward with the rest of them.
That might be some. No, never mind. Okay.
Not everything's our problem, Nero.
Not everything is our problem, Nero.
I mean, I guess those elves are dead.
Yeah,
so.
Gideon's like, yeah, like he's so excited about this.
Yeah.
He's like, for once, people are making sense.
You've been going on for longer than a day now, and you do get another long rest. Nothing crazy happens during your long rest.
Hey,
so you are good to go. Day 3 comes upon you, and you find yourself in a slightly opposite predicament. Yesterday you came across a very high cliff. Again, you come across a very high cliff, but this time you're on the top of it. and it seems to kind of lead down into a ravine. And the path, Nero, you look at the map, look at the ravine, and you see that it is pointed in the direction that the ravine follows. And as you look over, you see, okay, there are metal stakes that have been drilled into the side of the cliff wall, about 3 feet apart from each of them, and a chain is also drilled to the wall, almost like a hand rail. Yeah, that's the way the map is pointing.
Guys, you said there's 7 of us, right?
Yep. You're gonna do your feather fall us down there?
Not 7 of us.
Yeah.
You
Also, spikes. I think there might be some pointy death down there as well. So I'm good for jumping, but I understand some people don't like jumping on
Well,
the spike.
it's not. I take that back. Maybe I didn't describe that well enough. There are metal bars that have been drilled into the side of the ravine
okay.
as
Like a footpath.
yeah,
Okay.
with a chain being used as a handrail to kind of hold you on there. So
Okay.
the path that you are on continues on 3-foot separate beams along the ravine wall.
That
Sorry, I hope that described it a bit better.
I got you now.
Well, I mean, since you're a little tuckered out, I can make 3 of us fly.
What do you mean? I'm fully rested up, but yeah.
Oh,
sure.
7. Okay, all right. Okay.
Hey, I gave us fire wings last time. What do you got?
Yeah. So I'm gonna cast fly on me, Lou, Hydarius. So 1, 2, I think it just. Yep. And these gonna be some gross, necrotic looking, decaying green wings, and then once they form, they will turn purple. But they start out green.
Oh, just like
Alrighty, again, you can try.
DM Magic Surge.
What? Did you fail? All right.
Don't do that.
I mean, if the Balor appeared again, that would just be amazing.
Suddenly a bat. No, okay. Roll for me a 2d10.
You're getting some gold. Wow, that's really high.
Yep.
Gideon.
Yeah.
2 things happen.
Yeah.
The
bad news first.
Nah. You cast it and it bursts forth out of you like just this powerful energy. And not only do the people that you chose have wings, but everybody got wings.
Oh my! What?
But Gideon, well, one, Lou looks at you kind of funny, and you kind of turn back and look, and you realize that your wings are significantly too small for your body. And then you realize that the fatigue that you're having is slowly resolving. But it's because your body doesn't need all of that energy anymore because you are shrinking 17 inches.
Oh my goodness.
And so the small wings that you had previously are now perfect for you.
Does his armor shrink with him?
Yes, everything
Okay.
on him shrinks in proportion.
Okay.
But you are 17 inches shorter, Gideon, and that is permanent unless you cast a greater restoration spell on yourself. So how tall are you now?
Oh, I'm 6'4" normally.
So 6'4" is 64 inches. So you're losing 17. So 54, 47 inches. You are 3'11". That doesn't sound right.
I don't.
That doesn't sound right. No.
Oh no, I need to add 12 to that. 72 minus 17 is 55. You are still short. You're 55 inches tall, so you're
I lost. I was what, 17?
4'5".
Hey, I'm taller than you.
7.
I'm 5'6", so now I'm taller.
So it was what, 17 inches shorter?
Yeah. So 70. You are 6'4". So 6 times 12 is 72 plus 4 minus 17.
Yep.
59 inches. So you are
Yep.
4'11". Yep, 4'11".
Does I thanks Gideon. Thanks Gideon. I think. Oh.
Yeah. When we get a second Tiberius, like when you're being controlled by a person, I might have you try to fix this.
I don't know. I kind of like small Gideon.
Don't call me that.
Kind of puny, if you might say. kind of cute. Who am I to step in between what the obsidian dragon wants?
Bruh.
I cannot change.
Apparently he wanted you to have some dang wings that I provided. You're welcome.
Well, thank you so much, Gideon.
Oh, you're very much welcome.
Neo's unsettled by these winds. Like every time he moves, I'm just like, ugh. Ugh.
Just to put it into context, you're about a foot taller than Alfonso.
I like look at him as he's staring at me. Stop looking at me, Pipsqueak.
He's 3'10". You're 4'11". Anyway, that's funny.
Yep.
You're gonna fly over this thing.
Well, I guess.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. The ravine is about 80-ish feet deep. You can't quite tell exactly. Gideon, you can see the bottom, but Nero and all of you can't. And you do manage to get past this ravine without much of an issue. And let's see, what else do we have today? You fly across this, and you land inside of another kind of small outcropping off of this, where Nero says the path verges off away from the ravine. You walk for a few more hours that day. You see really not too much, and finally you decide, you know what, it's time for you guys to take a rest for the day. Get some sleep. You're about 6 hours out of Blingdenstone if Nero's map reading skills are correct. Let's take a rest. Let's get there fully rested and ready to go. And you decide that you're going to come and rest in the next kind of cave that you come across, as long as it's safe.
Yeah.
The next one that you come into is questionable. You don't know whether or not it's safe or not when you first see it. Nero, leading the pack, looks ahead with his torch, and you see a bone on the ground. You're like, oh, look, something that's kind of weird. And then you kind of shine your light forward and you realize, oh, that's a lot of bones. Oh, that's a lot of bones. And welcome to the boneyard, everybody. A very large room, about 100 foot by 100 foot, littered with countless bones of various creatures. Quite eerie. And sitting in the middle of that room with a small campfire going are 6 of our fish friends, the Kuatoa.
Hey guys, we could probably make a sleeping bag out of these bones.
That sounds extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Could make like a cabin out of the bones, though. A
Yeah.
lot, you know.
And then like we could use the marrow in a stew or something.
I mean, I don't think these bones are that fresh. Lou's gonna pick up one of the bones and is like bending it to see how fresh it is and see if she can snap it.
Give me a strength check.
Can I argue with advantage? She is well acquainted with the breaking of bones.
Just because you know how easy it is or hard it is to break a bone doesn't mean that you can physically do it.
It doesn't take.
But in this case,
But in this case, you pick up a chicken bone and it's like, see,
you're supposed to make a wish.
How fresh are the bones?
various. Some are. None of them seem to be within the last few months.
So there's no fleshy bits.
The blowflies are far gone.
That's
Oh, can you imagine a giant room full of blowflies? So gross.
them getting like underneath your skin and
6
See, you took it too far, Gideon. You took it.
6 Kuatoa, you said, in the center of the campfire.
Yes, 6.
That was a good redirect there, CJ.
it's like if we need to, I always got old trusty. Or we could just see if there's another cave, or we can talk to him, or
Lou's definitely like, do we need to go through this cave, Nero?
I wasn't gonna go through it. I was gonna camp here, but I mean,
Does
Yeah,
that seem? Does
Give
that? No,
me-
no,
give
no,
me a
no. Let's take
survival
a
check
moment.
with advantage. If you're really thinking about that question, give me a survival check with advantage.
survival with advantage. Let's that.
Lou's like, does that seem like a good idea, Nero? Look upon the bones that you see and think to yourself.
Don't you remember last time we saw a Kuatoa that they stole your wondrous item, giant axe?
When did he steal my? They stole my axe.
Wasn't that the race that
Yeah.
That what's her face?
You remember before the Demigorgon?
Oh, way back when. Oh, then. Sorry, you've been
Remember,
here for a
because like one group attacked us, and then the other group was like, "Help us," and we were like, "Sure." And then there,
You gave her an amazing axe, and then poof, never saw her again.
what did happen to her? I wonder if she opened
I
another brewery.
lost her in Gracklestuck, actually. You don't know what happened to her.
I hope she's living her best life, brewing lots of stuff.
Nero with a 20. You recognize that yes, there is another path to Blingdenstone that you could take that doesn't cross through the boneyard. However, it's going to take about 2 days longer of a trip.
It's just some bone.
Look at like, I mean, it'll take 2 days to go around here, but I mean, if we go through here, I mean, if you want, I could just throw a fireball over there and kill them all.
No.
But
Okay. So first of all, I can't assume that those Kuatoa are responsible for all these bones, right? But like all these bones came from somewhere.
I mean, I can ask them real quick.
Well, if you think it's a good idea, I guess.
I mean, no, I don't.
Okay, then don't. No, I'm just saying these bones had to come from somewhere or something that killed a lot of stuff and things. And maybe we don't need to trespass.
I mean, if I wanted to brag, I can make a boneyard that's bigger than this boneyard.
All right, I was just trying to get to Titan faster, but I mean, if y'all don't want to
Let's-
risk it, you can take the long way.
Look, we can get to Titan quickly and possibly die, or we can get to Titan alive.
Yeah,
think-
Nero,
I think
the
he
one
would
who
prefer us
died.
alive.
Can you when you say that, he just gives you a look, just a serious, just like. That he does. All right, let's go around. He just starts walking out.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Lou like leans in again and is
I guarantee this is probably nothing though.
see, we can make smart choices, Gideon. We're not
I'm
always
all-
rushing in.
I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it.
You know? We're getting better. What
I'm
is
proud
that
of you.
Balrog thing? We've done really good.
Yeah, and
I
that was
still don't.
too, man. There's a constant variable.
Yeah, there is.
All right. We are skipping over the boneyard and we will have 2 more days of travel. Just when I thought we were about to get to the Blingdenstone part and the 60 pages of notes I wrote for that, we go right around it. Is it 60 pages? Oh, no, it's only 38.
Oh yeah, geez.
You could save like a few of those pages about the entrance, about the gate. So.
Oh, they're there. You know very little about Blingdenstone, and that's what makes it more fun. And I guess leaving you off, we will finish with a long rest once more at the end of day 3. You're taking a long cut around the boneyard, and we will get to Blingdenstone now in 2 additional days. We will stop for the night